Hi, in today's video we will learn to understand the Photoshop's workspace, the place where you will create amazing effects and images in future. So let's get started and understand Photoshop's workspace, the actual working area of Photoshop. So the Photoshop workspace has the following menus. On top we have the application or the menu bar. On the left hand side we'll have the toolbars. So toolbar contains innumerous tools, amazing unbelievable options that you could work your image with. We have the document window, the window where we will place our image. We have the layer panels. Layer is the most essential feature of Photoshop, which we will cover later. And then we have the properties menu, which has the various options of the various tools we will open. So let's get started. Go ahead and dive into and start working with the real Photoshop workspace. In this tutorial, we will understand the Photoshop as in the whole workspace in this tutorial. So we're talking about the entire workspace, what is where. So on top, I have my application on the menu bar with the file, which has the various features of exporting, opening and closing. We can hit here for saving a file, or you want to save as, you want to change the file format. You can go here and export the file. You can have these quick features for save for web, wherein we can go and have, like, we can change this image by the default. We can make it JPEG. You want to save it for transparency, GIF or PNG. Change the quality. You can change the color profile. You can change so much. You can also change the bit and white while saving, and you can also click here to convert to the sRGB. So this is by default. sRGB is the color profile, and you can finally save and it will get saved. Also, we have this edit menu. We have various features like when I go back, undo, go forward, cut, copy, paste. We have so much. We have these different tools which we're going to talk about it later. We can change the preferences. We can change keyboard shortcuts, so much. The image, which basically talks about everything related to the image. We have these three automatic features, which auto tones, auto contrast, auto colors. So Photoshop becomes intelligent and does these things for us. We can change the image size, and the shortcut is Control plus Alt plus I, or Control plus Command and I. We can change the canvas size. We can have an image rotation to 180, 90, 90 degree. We can duplicate any layer. We can apply image and so much. So we have a layer. We're going to talk this in detail later, but we have the entire layer feature listed here. The type tool basically is talking about the text, how we write the text and the various options here. We have the select menu. So whenever we are actually working on selection, we can come here and do whatever we want with the selection, deselect, reselect, inverse, and so much. We have the filters. The Photoshop provides us with amazing filters to work on. We have the 3D menu for the 3D graphics. We have the view menu talking about zoom in, zoom out, how you want to view your image, talking about the print size, about the rulers for calculations of the areas. We have the window menu, which if anything is missing, it's something very important. You're working on something, you feel the toolbar is missing, or just the layer panel is missing. You can click here, and you click this course. When you click this, it comes back. So this is very essential. If you ever in my tutorial see something and you find it's missing, please go here and you'll find it. And again, the help that Photoshop provides. So this is all about the menu panel. When we come here, this is the amazing toolbar. So eventually we have everything we need, amazing features. We have the paintbrush. So if I want to select any feature, any tool, I click and it gets activated, and I can start painting with the color here. So, and if I want to erase, I go to the eraser tool, and so this, okay, my eraser also have the color black, and this is painting black because that's my background. So I'm gonna go and delete my background just to show you that what all can eraser do. And now when I do the eraser tool, it's just rubbing into transparency because that's the background. Don't worry, we're going to go back and discuss the eraser tool in depth. I was just trying to give you an understanding of the toolbar. You can also, if you want the toolbar to appear in two lines, So you can also click on these arrows here and it changes. And if you do not find a toolbar, you can go to Windows and you will find a toolbar here. And this is my foreground and my background color. So Photoshop basically works on your foreground color, and if you want to change the foreground color, you can go. So I take a paint, you start, and if that's your start painting with your foreground color, you want to switch with the background color, you can just press X, that's the short key, or this arrow here changes your color. So it's basically X or this color here. And these are the option bars. So for every tool selected, you will have a set of options here, right here, wherever my cursor is. So now you can change the brush presets and the modes and everything. So it's too early to discuss, but every tool you can see here changes the options. Every tool will have a different set of options. Over here, so this is my document window where I'm working. So this image in the middle is my document window where I will have my images. Now, very essential, this is my layer panel. So if you're working in Photoshop, you're going to work for every second here. So you cannot work in Photoshop without the layer panel. So this is my layer panel. If you do not find it here, go here. So I find it here right now, but what if you don't? Go to Windows and just click layer panel, or the shortcut is F7. This is my channels where I have my channel listed, and which we'll discuss later. We have a paths here, and these whatever you have. So your properties, document properties, so if something is happening here, the document properties. So see, I changed my X and Y angle, so it's being displayed in the properties. I can have my adjustment layers here, which we're going to talk about later. So, and I have my color and my swatches here. So if you're choosing the color, I just changed my color. Did you see that? I just changed the color. By clicking here, I am changing colors in the color panel and the swatch panel. So I can choose any color and I start painting. So this is all about understanding the workspace in Photoshop. I'll just quickly repeat. This was my menu layer, my application. On the left hand side, we have tools for almost everything, and this is the toolbar, the toolbox, and the options for the toolbar are here. We have the colors to choose in from the color and panel and the swatch. We have a layers panel here, which is so powerful. So this is all about understanding the workspace. Now that we've understood the workspace, now let's learn how to manage and play around in this workspace. Do this. Maybe I want a panel here, I want a full screen. So just let's learn this. If I double click on F in the keyboard, you see what I have. I click here and I have double F. Everything goes. It will be just a second. See, F and everything goes. I want to get it back. F again, F, and everything. Just click it once if you don't get it. So with F pressed, you will have it just on the screen, and you just want the image and see without these things. Also with the panel, I can have a straight toolbar. I can do these arrows and have a double screen bar. Here in the panels, coming to the panels, if I want to increase the size, I can increase it. Just drag, and if I want to, I have many layers which are not visible, I want to see it clearly, I can increase the size. I can also take away my panel and keep it here if that's the way I like it. And I can obviously go back and bring it back. I can also bring it in the front. I can also hide if I do not want this to be shown. I can hide this and I can bring them back. I can also change the color of my interface. So as of now, it is black in color. I want to change it. So either I do Control K or I go to Edit and press on Preferences, and let me change the interface. I somehow do not like this color. I love working on gray, light gray, or white is so cool. But then I actually like black because that's how I started with Photoshop. So you can do all this. You can also hide the toolbar by clicking. Tab also gives us, you want to hide anything, you can do Tab, and I can do bring again everything with the tab, like with the F. And I can also remove these panels. I don't like it, so I don't want it. I just cross it. And again, for instance, I'm just not going to work on this, so I remove this and I can bring them down. And whenever I want, again, I want the layer, so I go to Windows or I press F7 to get my layers back. And I have my layers and I can place it wherever I want. So you can do so much. You can resize the panels, hide or show, remove the panel, and whatever you want on your screen. If I want this, I want the brush here and make changes here when I'm working with my brush tool. We learn this later. So whatever I want, I can get it from my Windows menu. I want to add some notes, so I can start working on this. Let me remove this. So I'm start working on this, right? So this is very amazing, and whatever I want, I get it from my Windows. I want to see my history, what all I've been doing. I've been cropping, you can see here. So it's very cool. So this is how what we can all do with the workspace. Stay tuned.